My name is Razia Sultana. I am a human rights activist and founder of RW Welfare Society, is based on Cox's Bazaar, working to prevent human trafficking and to support women and girls refugee camp and host in Cox's Bazaar. As a community representative, I believe it's my duty to raise awarenesses and share my concern and about any kind of injustice which violates basic human rights. Whoever she or he have right to live a peaceful and secure lives. I stand with Rohingya plights. It's a long-standing conflict that was revealed to the world in 2016 when the first wave of Rohingya refugees escaped in mass, mass numbers of seek shelter in Bangladesh, fleeing from the military cleansing operation against them. After seeing this mass atrocity, it emboldened me to create an organization to help this suffering community, especially women and girls in this time of great need. Today, there are over 1.2 million Rohingya living in squalid refugee camps, and some more than 600,000 internally displaced Rohingya trapped inside an open-air prison in Myanmar under de facto apartheid regime. Since the committed atrocity, which many nations around the world have come to be designated as a genocide, I have been documenting the horrific crime committed against Rohingya women and girls by the Burmese military, particularly sexual violence, and calling for accountability for these crimes. My report, Rape by Command, in 2018, clearly exposed that mass rape was being ordered by Burmese military commanders. And this findings were validated by the UN Independent International Fact-Finding Mission on Myanmar. But unfortunately, despite overwhelming evidence of this systematic crime, no meaningful international action has yet been taken against the Burmese military. Result, the people of Rohingya still in Bangladesh refugee camp. As a founder of a women-led organization and feminist, I help women and girls from Rohingya and host communities to develop their leadership skill, working on cross-sectoral concern for a sustainable development in their lives. To do this, I rely on 19 years of experience I gained being a teacher prior to diving into human rights activism. Being a woman activist or founder of an organization, I myself have faced discrimination and harassment at every step. I have grown up in Bangladesh and both societies have strong similarities, especially when it comes to how conservative they are. Being an outspoken woman and a community leader is a cause for great discomfort for both traditional patriarchal societies. However, it can be ignored that the platform which I have created through many hardships serve to spread a positive message of progress and mindset change, peacefully and progressively in the benefit of everyone, women, girl, man, and boys. Women leadership extremely difficult when women are not allowed to speak or leave their homes. Our path is full of challenges, and I believe keeping the faith helps create opportunities and open doors when the prospects are sometimes quite dark. Our organization targeted is empowering women. It doesn't matter who she or what ethnicity she belongs to. To empower is not just another a buzzword. It's a candle in a dark staircase helping women discover themselves as human beings first and foremost after having been discriminated against for much too long. 5 years on since the beginning of the organization journey, and I continue to witness to remarkable change it has brought forth. Our first batch of trainee went from having no skill to having gained confidence, retaking some of their dignity and attained to respected place within the community by using their voice for good and to help others developing their communication ability and trust in themselves and those around them. Despite some prevailing challenges with the host community and Rohingya female volunteers raised their voice and work directly in the Cox's Bazaar rural field with the camp community with confidence and giving remarkable direct example of women empowerment in areas of preventing child early and forced marriage, trafficking and sexual violence, also domestic violence and violence against women, sexual violence against women and children. When women are given the opportunity to thrive in full appreciation for all their talent and potential, the whole of society benefits. Society cannot be fulfilled without a female contribution. So we strive to ensure that every woman and girl can have a future free from violence with safety, dignity, and freedom they deserve, small step by step. Every woman has the right to live in dignity, free of fear, violence, and discrimination. Every woman has the right to health, including sexual and reproductive health. In the 21st century, 400, not 400, 400 of millions of girls and women worldwide, their human rights are denied. Feminism gets a really bad reputation because of the misunderstanding that it somehow means women hate men. Women do not hate men. On the contrary, they need them as allies, and feminism to me has always been about the responsibility we have to protect society's most vulnerable. Women and girls shouldn't have to do this alone. I have been lucky enough to work with passionate, dedicated men and women who are building a safer world filled with opportunity instead of danger. And it is one of my dreams that I continue to inspire those around me to do the same. I try the best of my ability to use my experience as a teacher for 19 years to impart knowledge about women's rights because they are human rights and we will never be able to overcome our greatest challenge of gender discrimination without properly explaining that link. It is an intergenerational battle and we need men and boys as our allies in this because despite our difference we share a very strong similarity which is that we are all human beings and education is future generation biggest hope for ending the cycle of violence and discrimination. To this end, I also focus on education and attempting to ensure a future for Rohingya women and girls by working on education program inside and outside the camp. Also unlocking opportunity for host women and girls also that they can have something to strive toward and end the cycle of violence and poverty they have been stuck. Anyway, February the first marked the second year anniversary of the military coup in Burma, Myanmar. And whereas violence against the Rohingya community had been ongoing for many decades before that, in the past 2 years, the military have unleashed their indiscriminate campaign of violence on every segment of its population, making my dream of living in peace slip further and further away from me. As we enter the third year of military rule in Burma, rampant violence, more atrocity being committed every day, let us reflect on how much more we could be empowering the local communities, men and women alike, who have spent all this year providing life saving aid and great personal risk for themselves and their families. Let us reflect about those brave educators who continue to teach despite non existent condition and threat against their life so as to give hope to future generation who have to somehow keep going. If we can teach future generation about the humanity, I dream we can make a real difference It doesn't have to be huge scale project or program. We can start it our family, our classroom, our working environment. When whole generation understand the value of humanity, maybe we stand a chance to living in peace. Thank you.